Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please pause for the 30 seconds of silence.
Good morning, Grizzlies. I'm Brian.
I'm Josiah.
And I'm Sophie with GNN, your Grizzly News Network. Today is Thursday, March 7th, 2024. This quarter is about to come to an end, Grizzlies. Quarter 3 ends tomorrow, so make sure you get your final late work turned in. Most gradebooks have already closed, so this is your last opportunity to check. And before we kick off our spring break, here's a look at the Spirit Week. Today is anything but a backpack day, and then finally, Color Wars will be on tomorrow. Freshmen wear red, sophomores wear black, juniors wear purple, and seniors wear blue. And a quick note, the sneaker ball scheduled for Friday night has been canceled. Not enough tickets were sold and is no longer happening. If you purchased tickets, check your email about information for your refund. Tomorrow we will have our Assembly Day, Grizzlies. That means there will be an assembly schedule. If you look at the screen right now, there will be a Friday schedule. You will sit with your grade level during the assembly. It is that time of year, Grizzlies. Who do you want to see leading the charge of our school spirit? Elections are today and only today, so choose your next student body board for the next year. These are the students that will help plan events, coordinate service for our school, and choose wisely. Voting is open now, so scan the QR code and submit your choice. This form will expire soon, so teachers, please allow your students to vote during this period. Hey Brian, tonight's spring dance showcase is today?
Yes, Sophie. Our dance teams are getting ready to show off their skills in a fun-themed spring dance concert. Ria shows us a sneak peek of their rehearsals of what we can expect.
Our Grizzly dance team have been working hard to perfect their routine for the upcoming spring showcase. Here's how they prepare.
Okay, preparation that goes into a spring concert is a lot. A lot of it comes with choreography. Usually the teacher does it, and a lot of it is the costumes and the preparation as in skills. A lot of that comes like throughout the whole year of learning, or multiple years if you are in year 2 or 3. For example, if you're doing a group or a solo, a lot of it is self-choreography, so you have to have a lot of creativity in order to be part of it.
The dance department is a very fun elective, and I've been in it for 3 years now. It's a very supportive, fun group, and if you love dancing and if you want to support us, then you should go definitely see our spring concert. It's very cheap and affordable, so you can bring your friends, your family, and our theme is very cute and fun. And we've all been working so hard and working together, and I'm glad I'm in this department because I've been making more friends and I've been having a good time, so you should definitely come out and see it.
Again, the concert will be March 7th and 8th at 6 p.m. in the theater. Show up and show your support for our performing arts programs. There are a couple of clubs being held today. Speech and debate is meeting in Portable 4 for kids who like to argue their points across. Soul is canceled for the day, so no soul today. National Science Olympiad is also meeting today at room 910. Environmental Club will be meeting in Miss Banana's room in 923. Our Service Club Key Club meets in room 200. Skills USA for our video production and computer CTE students is today in room 225. Or you can join Suco today after school in room 503. Animation Club is today after school at room 918. Remember, Grizzlies, all clubs meet at 2:01 p.m. Do you have shoes you don't use? Well, you might want to donate them for those in need. The junior class, along with student council, are collecting new and lightly used shoes to donate to those in need. The shoe drive is happening from now until March 8th. you can drop them off in room 503. Nevada Reading Week focuses on literacy and the enjoyment students get out of going on an adventure inside a book. Our librarian, Miss Bechtel, is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to books you might love. Today, she talks to us about choosing books.
Hey Grizzlies, welcome back to the library. It's Books with Miss B time, woohoo! Today's theme for Nevada Reading Week is Nope. Yep, these are all the books that I am never, ever going to read. You can't make me, and I'm not going to. And that is the beauty of a library, is that there are books in here for every single person to choose. And libraries are a place of free choice. You decide. You decide for you and only for you. Because if I was being a bad person and these are my no books, just imagine if I didn't have any of them. Where would you be? You'd be out a whole bunch of really great books. So just because I don't want to read them does not mean anything. It means that I don't do scary stuff. I also do not do love stories. So let's get into it. I bought these two. These are by Junji Ito, excuse me. I have flipped through these. I am not gonna do that again because they are really creepy and I don't need any help. I don't read Stephen King. I read one of his books. I read The Stand as a kid and that was enough. I have flipped through the graphic novel version of Sleeping Beauties and yep, not gonna read that one either. My choice, my world, that's a nope. I also do not read love stories. Most of these tend to be, she looked across the room, she saw her person, and she knew in her heart they were soulmates. And that is just, cannot do it. I also tend not to read stories where kids die. Okay, so I bought this book, Sick Kids in Love. I'm not gonna read it. However, I did read this one. The Probability of Miracles by Wendy Wonder. Honestly, read it because the woman's name. Who names their kid Wendy Wonder? I mean, seriously, don't do that to your children. This is about a girl who is very sick. She's terminally ill with cancer. So I'm not destroying the story. She does die at the end. But it's a book that was so good. It was about her living, really living. And yes, I absolutely sobbed at the end. My kids looked at me like, you knew this was going to happen. I know. And it was horribly sad and wonderful. What a great book. But I went against my norm. Last group of books that I tend not to read are, anything by Ellen Hopkins. She is a fantastic author. I know these are really super thick, but she writes in poetic form. So really big book, not a lot of words. Ellen Hopkins writes about really tough stuff. Drug use, teen pregnancies, physical abuse, mental abuse, relationship abuse, all sorts of stuff. I pay attention to the news. I work in a school. I know bad things happen. So on my free time and with my own choice, I am not going to read any of these books. However, I do have every single one of her novels. And that brings us back to another thing. I know I don't want to deal with this. I know this stuff would be too heavy for me to handle. Okay? I have 2 kids. Everybody who is my student is my kid. I worry really well. I'm so good at it. So I'm not going to read something that's going to be damaging to me or that I'm not ready for. Okay? And the coolest thing about a book is if you ever get to a part where you read it and you're like, oh my gosh, shut the book. Ta-da! It's done. You give it back to the library. Move on. So, Grizzlies, here's a selection of my nope books. Thank you for paying attention to Books with Miss B. Woohoo! Nevada Reading Week.
Senior news. Time is running out to make sure you're recognized on Senior Awards Night. You need to turn in all your college acceptances and scholarship awards. Even if you turn them down, we want to recognize you for your honor. Upload one letter or email, screenshot one at a time, scan the QR code for the link to the Google form, or look for your senior email. And speaking of awards and grad night, here's a look at important events. Mark your calendars. Senior Sunset will be on April 24th, then the next night will be Senior Awards from 6 to 8 p.m. Prom is scheduled for April 27th from 7 to 10 p.m. Then grad night will be Friday, May 17th, all leading to graduation Wednesday, May 22nd at 3 p.m. at the Thomas & Mack Center. The final countdown is on seniors. And seniors, have you made sure to get a yearbook? Yearbook students are capturing the last moments of spring for this year's book together, showcasing classes, sports, and assemblies and dances. Make sure one is saved for you because they sell each year. Go to jostens.com and reserve yours for $90. Hey Josiah, what's happening with sports?
There's a couple things worth mentioning. Spring sports really kicked off this week, and teams are already facing challenges on the field. Cooper, Isaiah, and Pierce checked in with softball and baseball for what they are looking forward to this season.
There are a lot of exciting sports for you guys to come support this spring. Some of these athletes have been working all fall and winter for their sport to start. Baseball, softball, track, swim, and finally men's volleyball are all finally in season. Bella and Raylan show us why they love the sport of softball.
I'm looking forward to having fun with my teammates and having better competition because 5 teams are moving down to 4A this year. I like how I get to bond and hang out with my teammates. I love competing with other people, and I love to have fun and stay active.
My favorite part about playing softball is playing with my teammates because they become my best friends, and just playing with them every day has been really fun. My personal goal is to hit a batting average over 600.
Last year, the girls went 19-9, and they hope to continue and try to improve that record. Baseball also hopes to improve from last year. Jack tells us what he has improved on during the off-season.
The improvements I made since the last season, I've definitely put on a lot of muscle. I've gained about 20 pounds in muscle, and I've gotten stronger, so I look forward to putting that to use this season and maybe get a ball out of here over the wall. And yeah, I've definitely want to make first team all conference again like I did last year, and I just want to help our team win and maybe send us to the playoffs, make us play at the ballpark. That's definitely a big goal.
Let's help our baseball team and support them so they can try to make playoffs this year. Friday, we talked to swim, track, and volleyball about their upcoming season. Stay tuned, Grizzlies.
Today varsity baseball will be at Faith Lutheran at 4, and JV baseball will be here at home at 4. On Friday, varsity softball will be at home at 3:30, and JV will be at Green Valley. Varsity baseball will be away at Silverado at 3:30, and JV will be here at home at 3:30. Boys volleyball will be away at Sky Point Varsity at 6, JV and B team at 5. Make sure to support our athletes, Grizzlies. Interested in playing girls soccer? Go stop by Porterville 2 on March 20th for an interesting meeting. They'll be going over intramurals, workouts, and more. Have any questions? Shoot an email to Coach Addington. Stay connected by following us on Instagram, SVSS Grizz Soccer. Hope to see you there. The swimmers are participating in Grizzly swim meet tomorrow after school at Pavilon Pool. Good luck to Nick, John, Aaron, Jake, Karam, Kenyon, Nolan, Ryan, and Carlos. Hey Latavion, what's the weather looking like?
Well, today is actually going to be cloudy outside with a high of 61 and a low of 46. Tomorrow is going to be sunny outside with a high of 68 and a low of 43. On Saturday, it's also going to be sunny again with a high of 66 and a low of 46. Then on Sunday, it's going to be cloudy outside with a high of 72 and a low of 48. Hey Grizzlies, need something to do this weekend? Why not go to the Art Museum? It's an interactive museum where you can experience large screens and different activities. It's $45 on the weekend to get in, and it opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 11 p.m. It's located inside the Cosmopolitan. Back to you after that, Sophie.
There will be a hiring event this weekend. The Youth Hire Community Barbecue is being held this Saturday from 12 to 3 p.m. at the Helen Mayer Community Center, which is just a few blocks away on New Forest Drive. The hiring event is for Whalers Creation, which is an organization dedicated to youths. They have their own magazine, radio, and culinary programs. They are looking for people to work weekly from 4 to 5 p.m., so mark your calendars for the 9th. And we have yet another summer job opportunity for you Grizzlies. Both Cowabunga locations are in the hiring process. They are looking for lifeguards, food and beverage cashiers, cooks, park services, and front desk staff. This is a great opportunity for anyone who wants to start working in the summer. They open April 20th, 2024, so check it out and apply now. Twice, a Korean K-pop girl group will be holding a concert this spring break. The Twice Las Vegas concert at the Allegiant Stadium is on March 16, 2024. Fans attending the concert can get their tickets via Live Nation. Tickets prices for Twice's concert are starting at $41.40, as per Ticketmaster. The price can go up to $391 based on the seating chart and availability. Dune 2 is out in theaters, and it has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is a sequel in the Dune series. If you love Star Wars and fantasy movies, this might be a good movie for you to see. This movie is from the book series that inspired movies like Star Wars. Zendaya is also featured in this sequel with people like Timothée Chalamet, Dave Bautista, and more superstar actors. Enjoy the spring break with a new creative movie. For all those who enjoy Latin music, have you ever heard of Los Bukis? They're a legendary Mexican band that formed in the 70s and made it across headlines over the decades, being once called the Rolling Stones of Hispanic music and one of the biggest Latin groups. This is the very first Spanish-language residency in our city, and they have 15 shows that is scheduled for May, July, and September in the Dolby Live MGM. Their advancements will be allow other Latin artists to have their own opening nights.
This was Brian,
Josiah,
Sophie,
And Latavion.
Of the Grizzly News Network.
Have a thrilling Thursday, Grizzlies.